Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to The Walk. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, and we are up to Ezekiel 46, verse 1. The subtitle for this section is The Prince and the Feasts. It's going to give us a breakdown of these feasts and what happens during these feasts. So verse 1 says, "Thus says the Lord God, the gate of the inner court that faces east shall be shut on the 6 working days. But on the 7th day it shall be opened, and on the day of the new moon it shall be opened." Now there was a note in the Cultural Study Bible about this day of the new moon. And what it said was, keyed to their use of a lunar calendar, ancient Israel marked the first day of the month with its new moon phase as a festival day. Like the Sabbath, all work was to cease, and sacrifices were to be made. In the monarchy period, the king became a prominent figure in these celebrations. The festival continued to be observed in the post-exilic period as well. So basically what we're finding out about this culture is that the new moon is the beginning of a month on the Israeli calendar. Their calendar is different than ours. Verse 2. "The prince shall enter by the vestibule of the gate from outside, and shall take his stand by the post of the gate. The priest shall offer his burnt offering and his peace offerings, and he shall worship at the threshold of the gate. Then he shall go out, but the gate shall not be shut until evening. The people of the land shall bow down at the entrance of that gate before the Lord on the Sabbaths and on the new moon." So what we have here is this prince, and remember, the prince is not Jesus, the prince is somebody from the Davidic line. He's going to come in through the vestibule of this gate. He's going to take his stand by the post of the gate. He's going to offer his burnt offering, his peace offerings. He's going to worship at the threshold of the gate. And then he's going to go out, but the gate is not going to be closed when he goes out. And then the people of the land are going to bow down at the entrance of this gate before the Lord on the Sabbaths and the new moons. Now, the Cultural Study Bible had another note about the Sabbaths and the new moons. This is one of the few explicit references in the Old Testament to worship on the Sabbath. It is usually only spoken of in terms of prohibited activities. Many of Israel's festivals featured holy convocations. But such are never mandated for the Sabbath. Here, it is also interesting to note that the temple is the focal point of the Sabbath worship. So what we see here is we see genuine worship, and the Cultural Study Bible note continues. One must be careful not to associate too closely our worship in church on Sunday with Israel's acts of worship at the temple on the Sabbath. The differences are big, very big. For example, a church is where God's people, the church, gather for corporate worship. The temple hosted worship activities, but it was not generally large enough to hold many people. People performed their rituals and left. So people would come in, they'd do their ritual, and then they would leave. Verse 4. "The burnt offering that the prince offers to the Lord on the Sabbath day shall be 6 lambs without a blemish, and a ram without blemish." That's 6 plus 1. That gives you 7, the number for completeness. "And the grain offering and the ram shall be an ephah, and the grain offering with the lambs shall be as much as he is able, together with a hin of oil to each ephah. On the day of the new moon he shall offer a bull from the herd without blemish, and the 6 lambs and a ram which shall be without blemish. As a grain offering, he shall offer an ephah with the bull and an ephah with the ram, and the lambs as much as he is able, together with a hin of oil to each ephah. When the prince enters, he shall enter by the vestibule of the gate. He shall go out by the same way. When people of the land come before the Lord at the appointed feast, he who enters by the north gate to worship shall go out by the south gate. He who enters by the south gate shall go out by the north gate. No one shall return by way of the gate which he entered, but each shall go out straight ahead." Now, Cultural Study Bible had a note. You're probably wondering, why can't they go through the same gate? The instruction to enter and exit by opposite gates appears to simply regulate the congestion on occasions of great crowds in the temple to ensure the orderly flow of people. The temple area is to represent the epitome of orderliness, including even the traffic pattern. Anything that is uncontrolled or reflects confusion has no place. So what we have here is they're going to go through one gate, they're going to go out another gate. Its only reason that that's in the Bible, as far as I can tell, is to keep the flow of traffic going in one direction. So you're not going to go partway in, turn around, and then go back out and plug up the flow of people that are coming through the temple. Remember, they're coming in, they're doing their sacrifices, they're worshiping, and they're going right back out. What's cool about this is that God thought of those details. God is in every detail, and we need to remember that. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and keep walking the walk.